Okay, so we're gonna pretend like I didn't just drive for 45 minutes around town to a burger place I know that I can get to in 10 minutes just so that I could scream and cry uncontrollably to get it out so that I don't put it on anybody else because I'm trying to be a better fucking person and I am trying not to hurt myself and I am trying not to verbally hurt other people in the process and nobody fucking understands me yet. Somehow Mac always does. And I want to talk about something good that's happened to me in the past 24 hours because it feels like no matter how many good things I can make happen and make manifest and make beautiful, it seems like none of that ever fucking matters ever. So I want to talk about the best fucking thing that's happened to me. And this, I know you guys are like so tired of hearing me talk about Mac Miller, and that's fine. If you're over it, like unfollow me, be done, go away. I don't fucking care. But I have never ever had dreams about Mac Miller. Like I've never met him in the astral. I've never called upon him, right? I don't try to call upon him, not even when making our tarot deck. I feel like it's disrespectful to bother the dead, even though it was a creative endeavor which involved him, right? I felt like it's disrespectful. I wasn't going to call on him. I wasn't going to try to meditate on his energy, manifest him, nothing, because I'm not that type of person. And I've never, ever, ever seen him in a dream before until last night. And I got woken up at 5 o'clock this morning because I'm in a new house and a lot of people live in this house and a lot of people that I don't know with schedules that I don't know. So I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. And someone wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning and takes a shower. So that's what woke me up. But I realized I had the best dream I've ever had in my life. And it started out with like a friend leading me somewhere. I don't know who this friend was. I don't even remember seeing them or hearing them or anything. I just remember them saying, "Come with me to this thing." And I really didn't want to go, but I was like, fine, I'll go. And we walk into like some like warehouse looking building and there was a photo shoot going on and I looked at who the photo shoot was and it was like Denzel Washington in a yellow beanie and I was like, that's really weird. Why are we here? And my friend kind of just walked off and like left me there and I was like, hello? What am I doing here? Where am I going? So I was just kind of standing there like taking in the moment, like that's Denzel Washington. This is weird. And then all of a sudden, Mac walks up wearing the same yellow beanie that Denzel Washington was wearing. And like they say hi to each other, how's it going, big smiles, everything. And I was just like starstruck. And I ran right up to him, no hesitation. And the funny thing is, although it was set up like a photo shoot or like a movie set, there were no other people around except for Denzel Washington sitting on the set. And I ran up to see Mac. I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's really you. I can't believe you're here right now. I'm really sorry. I'm trying not to be weird, right? Like I don't want to ask you for a picture. I don't want to ask you for an autograph or anything. I just really can't believe you're here right now. I am so grateful to see you, to be in your presence right now." And he was like, "Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Like, don't worry about it, man. I got time to kill. You want to hang out?" And I was like, "Of course I want to hang out. Like I don't know what to do. You know, my friend brought me here, but hey, do you want to go look at my car?" Like, my car was in the shop. It was getting like a paint job. And I was like, "Do you want to go look at my car? Like, I'm so proud of this car." And I know it's kind of a weenie ass thing to say because you're like a billionaire, but I'm really proud of this car. And he was like, "Of course, I would love to see your car." And we go and, you know, he walks ahead of me. I took a couple pictures of him, like, looking at my car and just kind of reveling in the moment. And I walk over to him and he's just kind of checking everything out. And this car is my car, but it's not my car. And it had such a wild paint job on it. It had like a army green to silver shift, like chrome shift. It was really cool, and it had like red racing stripes, like blood red racing stripes, and there were like 1,000 trinkets on the inside of this car. And he was just looking at it, kind of doing like a once over, walking around everything. And he was like, "This car is really cool. This is your car." And I was like, "Yeah." And you notice how like the paint shifts from silver to green. If you look really close when it shifts to green, there's pot leaves in there. Like, I was like, you can't really see it unless you get really close, but there's like pot leaves like etched in the green paint, but you can't see it when you see the silver. And he was like, "Damn, like that's really cool." And I started talking to him about all these little trinkets, and I had like a 3D printed dragon wrapped around the steering wheel. And I told him this thing was so hard to find because every 3D printed dragon is so small, and I wanted one that would fit around the whole steering wheel, and I had to get it imported from Japan, like just to have this thing. And I'm sitting here explaining all these tiny little trinkets to him, and we get in the car and we're sitting in the back seat, and I was just talk about my car, and then I went, "I'm so sorry. Like, I realize I'm talking so much. I'm just so nervous. I'm so happy to be here with you right now. Like, I really can't believe that I'm here with you." And he just like kind of laughs, and he was like, "No, it's cool. Like, I really like your car. This is cool. I'm really glad that you're happy about it. You know, like you're very happy about this car, and it shows, and it's really cool to hear you talk about it." And I was like, "Come on, like, let's get out of here. I feel like a fucking weenie just talking to you about my stupid car, right?" And so we left, and we were like, I was like, "Let's go look for some food." And we're walking through like conference halls, and somehow like my mom was there, like at a conference, like a business conference. And I was like, "Ugh, let me not go in there, right?" And so like we're starting to walk through other like doors looking for food. I was like, "There's gotta be like a conference hall that's got food in it." And someone like opens a door and like taps him on the shoulder, and they're like, "Hey, we're ready for you now." And he looks at me kind of like, "Ugh, like I really don't want to do this. I'd rather like hang out." And I looked at him and I was like, "Good luck," you know? And I was like, "Can I give you a hug?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, of course." And I gave him a hug, and I thought it was so funny because he was like my height. And I just hugged him, and I was like, "This is the best experience I've ever had. Thank you so much for spending this time with me." And he said, "I had a really great time. Thank you for spending time with me." And he walked off. And I woke up, and I looked to see if I ever saw a picture of Mac in a yellow beanie, and no such picture exists. There's a lot of pictures of him in a yellow bucket hat and a yellow don't trip hat, but there's no pictures of him in a yellow beanie. It was like a yellow, like rolled up beanie. And I looked up the significance of a yellow hat in dreams, and it's supposed to symbol um, like optimism and joy and whatever the fuck yellow represents, right? And none of that means fucking anything. But I felt so honored that Mac came to see me. And I feel like everything in my entire life is falling apart all the time. No matter what I do, I can't do anything right. I can't do what I want. I can't make anything for myself. I can't get to where I want to be. And even when I feel like I'm so fucking alone, and I'm screaming and screaming and screaming, hoping that I lose my voice, maybe I'll throw up blood, something. Here comes Mac playing exactly the song that I woke up with in my head this morning when I woke up from that dream. I was gonna end the video there, but my car shut off, and I had to turn it back on to turn the music back on and look at the picture on Spotify of this fucking song. This is the picture that's on this song on Spotify, which is what I'm playing, which is exactly where I'm at right now. Yellow hat.